Jessica is going to be showing you how to make a very simple slab teapot at home. You also can use coil and pinch. Jessica's made a beautiful slab. Now, if some of you don't have a rolling pin, again, you can use a bottle. And some people actually just make their slabs through throwing the piece of clay on a piece of cloth on the floor until it's nice and flat and even. Jessica is cutting a rectangle using a straight edge, in this case a yardstick, and her needle tool. So now we have a very nice rectangle, but we noticed that the slab is a lot thicker in the center than it is on the sides. So she's going to be using the rolling pin from the side, perfect, yeah, to kind of maintain the rectangular shape, but get a little bit thinner there in the middle. And remember, again, you can use a glass bottle if you need to, if you don't have access to a rolling pin, or you can pat it with your hands. So now that she has the thickness of the slab more even, she's going to re-cut those edges of the rectangle one more time. Jessica has her slab standing up, and now she's going to attach the cylinder at the seam by slipping and scoring. Now that she has the two surfaces slipped and scored and attached, she's smoothing the seam. So she has her seam smoothed over, and she's made a triangle so that she can cut the darts for the teapot. As you can see in the teapot here, it had darts cut in it to curve it in. And she's going to make 4 marks on the top of the cylinder across from each other. She's got one there and one there. And then she'll turn her ruler, her yardstick, and make marks across there and there. And then I'll show you from the top. Those are the marks, okay? And then she'll take her triangle and put the center of the triangle on that line, and then trace the triangle 4 times. She's going to take her needle tool and cut out the triangle from the cylinder. You can also get a kitchen knife, like a paring knife, and do this. So here it is with all 4 triangles cut out, and Jessica's now going to slip and score all those darts together. Jess has slipped and scored all the darts, and now we have a really nice form for our teapot. And she's going to now turn it over and do the same darts on the other side right above where those darts are. She's going to make her marks again above the darts, and then she'll know where to do her triangles. Okay, very nice seams on the inside, Jessica. Jess is closing in the other end of her teapot here, her slab teapot, and she's going to go take her wooden knife, the rounded end of it, and smooth the inside before she closes that last opening, because it's a little easier to reach right now than it will be once she closes the other opening. So here is her teapot form with its darts at the top and the bottom, all smoothed out. All the seams are smooth. The next part is to add the foot, or the bottom and the top. Jessica is making the base. She's laid her teapot on top of the slab. She's drawing around the base with the point of her wooden knife, and then she'll move the teapot and cut that shape with her needle tool. Okay, now she's cut this with her needle tool. She's going to cut a little line so that she can peel off and get her base out. Now Jess is making score marks around the base, and then she will be making them around the bottom of the teapot so she can join the two together. Now she's going to add some water to the slab and to the teapot before she joins them together. And it's always good to see a little bit of moisture squeeze out when you put the two together. Perfect. Okay. Now she's using the rounded end of the wooden knife to smooth the two pieces of clay together. All right, now she has her foot very well attached. To do the inside, so that again that the teapot is watertight, she is using the end of a wooden spoon. You may have a plastic or wooden one at home, so that she can reach in there and make sure that the seam of the bottom is all smooth together and there'll be no hot tea leaking out. All right, now Jessica's put it upside down and she'll be making the lid next, and she's going to repeat the same steps that she did for the base, tracing around the teapot on another slab, then cutting out that slab with her needle tool. Jessica is now slipping and scoring the top of the teapot. Jessica has slipped and scored the lid onto. Now we're making a template for the lid. She has a rectangle from paper laying on top of the lid, and she's going to trace around it with the needle tool lightly. All right, now that she has her shape of her lid, she's going to cut it at a bevel, and this will make it so that the lid will not fall in. See how she's cutting it at a diagonal angle. Here is what the lid looks like, and you see the bevel cut here. We're going to lay strips of paper towel in here so that the lid won't get stuck, and we can take it out later to add on a knob. And we have our lid. Yay! All right, so Jess is starting to make her slab spout. She has a somewhat triangular piece of clay, and she's thinning it and flipping over and thinning it. And Jess, can you show me your sketch that is going to go with your teapot there? Okay, so this is the idea. You'll notice she has her spout coming up higher than the top of the teapot so that when she fills it with tea, it won't squirt out prematurely. Jess is folding the slab over her spoon. She could also use a wooden dowel, but a spoon will work. And she's going to kind of measure it and then shape it. So Jess has folded over her slab on top of the spoon, so it's hollow inside, and shaped it to look like her sketch. Okay, Jess is trimming it, and she may trim it some more to make sure that it fits the shape and size of her teapot. And then she's keeping the spoon inside to make sure that the opening of the spout stays open. Okay, Jess is going to decide which side she wants the spout on. She said she wants it on one of the flat sides. And so she's going to put it on this flat side right here. And you'll notice that her spout comes up so that when she puts the tea into the teapot, she's not going to lose all of her tea. Jess is going to wet the end of the spout and then line it up again where she wants it on the teapot. And then when she takes it away, there'll be an image there of where she needs to cut a hole. Okay. Jess needs to cut inside of this hole, and then she can slip and score the spout on. Jess is cleaning out the area where she'll be attaching the spout so that it will be a teapot that's easy to clean. Has drawn out the shape that she wants on her handle, and now she's going to cut it out. And here's the handle cut out, and Jess is going to work with a sponge and her fingers and smooth it out so that she can slip and score it onto her teapot. Okay, Jessica has smoothed her handle and is getting ready to slip and score it on to her teapot, and thinking about placement and making sure it's up and down even, marking the spot where she'll need to slip and score it on. After slipping and scoring, Jessica is attaching her handle and smoothing the seam where she has attached it. Very well attached handle here. Also, when she gets done, there's a little bit of clay here that she can put underneath it to hold it up and support it until it dries to leather hard. Okay, so Jessica created a lid with two different shapes, almost a cherry shape on top, and she put a hole in the bottom. They're actually all hollow, and that way there won't be an explosion, and that very much is similar to her design. And then she her childhood story is about a horse, and so she's going to use this drawing to trace onto her teapot so that the teapot is telling the story, her childhood story. Jessica is placing her drawing on the teapot, and then she's going to trace the outline with her pencil over the Xerox copy, and then after she has the general outline, she can come back and add any more details that she wants to the drawing. The drawing is now transferred to the clay, and Jessica, when it's leather hard, will go back and carve to create a shadow underneath the horse so that it will stand out from the teapot. That's about her childhood story.